Can a penny for your thoughts help supersize your business? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with a penny. I dug some change out of my change jar, which I notice is growing very slowly since the pandemic. Without going out and running around, every day of the week and collecting all the change in the bottom of my purse, it's adding up much more slowly than it used to. Also observed that the old Sacagawea dollars have other presidents' faces on them now. That's how little I pay attention to money, I guess, these days. So we've talked about this idiom before, a penny for your thoughts. We talked about it, I don't remember when. I know we've talked about it at least once before in the last, 1,000+ idioms. But it is an old idiom. It's from 1522 when Sir Thomas More, M-O-R-E, like more of something, used it in his book, Four Last Things. Now, I've never read that. I have no idea what his book was about, but I'm sure it was about some wise things of the time in the 1500s. So, when we ask somebody, just like nature, human beings abhor a vacuum. When there's silence or quiet, most of us, many of us, not all of us, but many of us, feel the need to fill that silence. So I know I've used this, a penny for your thoughts, before. Maybe it was at a party, maybe it was at work to get people talking and the conversation going on a particular topic, but I definitely have used a penny for your thoughts before. Not a lot. Probably if my kids were acting and really quiet for some reason or were acting differently, I would say, hey, what's up? I'll give you a penny for your thoughts. Now, is a penny very much? It's not about the value of the exchange. It's about getting people to open up when we want them to. In some situations, and just like everything else, it's situation dependent. Sometimes we need input for problem solving, for creative problem solving, for brainstorming, for team building, for team decision making, team problem solving. We need people's input. We need everybody to participate. So I guarantee I've used it and called on people in team situations when they were being silent or not participating or not sharing their thoughts and opinions about a topic that we needed their thoughts and opinions on. Now, when it comes to decision making, I saw an article yesterday and I was like, duh. When I read the title, it's like, some decisions should be made by yourself. I'm like, really? Do people not know that? The vast majority of decisions, I contend, need to be made by ourselves. We need to make the decisions that are important to our life, and nobody else can make those for us. I mean, people will try if you let them, but it's ultimately our personal responsibility to decide and choose the things that are right for us in our life. Even if we're working in an environment where teams are at play, all of the information gathering often needs to be done by a group of people because we get better results when we get a lot of input on decisions or on problems and on solutions. But when it comes to the actual choice, the decision that has to be made, sometimes it's appropriate for a team to do that, sometimes it's not. And it's up to you as the responsible individual in any given situation, especially with respect to your life, to decide for yourself, right? It's up to you to decide how you think, how you feel, what you believe about everything. Nobody else. You can gain a lot of input, you can get a lot of input, but the decision is ultimately yours. When you are building and growing and supersizing a business, you as the leader of that organization are 100% responsible for everything and everyone in that business. Everything they do, everything they say with respect to that business, and even with outside of that business sometimes has an impact, and you ought to be aware of it. Now, it doesn't mean we have to micromanage and know everything, but it means we need to choose wisely in the people we're bringing into our organization. We need to know what they're actually thinking and feeling and their behavior and their core values and their dedication to the overall purpose and vision of what we're creating as a business. But it's still always our responsibility. So curious, have you used this idiom, this expression, a penny for your thoughts? I'm trying to think if I was ever on one of those dud setup dates where I said, hey, a penny for your thoughts. I could have. I don't recall a specific instance, but I probably did. Because I do abhor a vacuum. My daughter reminds me all the time that I'm incessantly talking to my granddaughter, and it drives her nuts. All right. That is our idiom, our expression for today. Any comments, any thoughts, any experience with this particular expression? I would love to hear it, especially with respect to growing and building our businesses, of course. But otherwise, just if you've heard of it, it's always fun to know that as well. All right, have a great day. If I can help you in any way, a couple more days of mental well-being related idioms to coincide with our annual challenges here. And then we're going to switch to spiritual well-being, our spiritual life framework area and aspect of our life for the month of April. All right, have a great day. I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.